What if I told you our planet has glitches? I'm talking about beautiful mistakes, impossible creations that look like they've been ripped from the pages of a fantasy novel. These aren't just dots on a map, they're tears in the very fabric of what we think is normal. Today, we're journeying to 10 of Earth's most surreal wonders, places you can actually go and see for yourself. Get ready to have your idea of reality turned completely upside down. Number 10, Meteora, Greece. We begin our journey in Greece, at a place where human faith and natural grandeur collide to create something truly unbelievable. Welcome to Meteora. The name itself means suspended in the air, and once you see it, you'll get it. 6 Eastern Orthodox monasteries are perched, almost impossibly, atop colossal sandstone pillars that shoot hundreds of feet out of the valley. This isn't a camera trick, it's a monument to sheer human will. The glitch here is really a 1-2 punch. First, you have the geology. These pillars were sculpted over 60 million years by earthquakes, wind, and rain into a landscape that feels totally alien. Then you have the human element. Around the 11th century, monks looking for solitude and a connection to the divine started living in caves here. But by the 14th century, with political chaos brewing below, they did the unthinkable. They built entire communities on these isolated peaks, hauling everything and everyone up with ropes and baskets. It's a place that defies both gravity and logic. Number 9, Hongahani Rice Terraces, China. Our next glitch isn't a freak of nature, but a masterpiece of human engineering, a living landscape sculpted over 1,000 years. Deep in the mountains of southern Yunnan, China, the Hongahani Rice Terraces cascade down the Alao Mountains like a set of liquid mirrors. For more than 1,300 years, the Hani people have meticulously carved these steps into the mountainside, creating a stunningly complex system to grow their main crop, red rice. The surreal part is the sheer scale and visual poetry of it all. There can be up to 3,000 terraces between the top of the mountain and the valley floor. When they're filled with water, they reflect the sky perfectly, creating this incredible mosaic of color that shifts with the light and the seasons. It's proof of a culture living in total harmony with its environment, a sustainable glitch where farming becomes high art. It's so incredible, it's been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Number 8, the White Desert, Egypt. From lush, green terraces, we're jumping to the stark, lunar landscape of the White Desert in Egypt. Forget your typical golden sanded dunes. Here, the ground is a blinding white, dotted with bizarre chalk rock formations that look like giant mushrooms, ice cream swirls, and sculptures from another world. Tucked away in the Farafra Depression, this place feels less like a trip through the Sahara, and more like a visit to a different planet. The glitch that created this landscape is a story of ancient seas and non-stop wind. Millions of years ago, this whole area was underwater. When the sea eventually retreated, it left behind thick layers of chalk and limestone. For centuries, the wind has been the master sculptor, chipping away at the softer rock and carving these incredible shapes. It's a geological ghost, the memory of an ancient ocean floor now baking under the desert sun, creating a silent, surreal world of white. Number 7, Zhongye Dansha Landform, China. Okay, this next one looks like someone cranked the saturation filter on the planet to 200%, but I promise you, it's real. The Zhongye Dansha Landform in China, better known as the Rainbow Mountains, is a geological showstopper. For miles, rolling hills and mountains are streaked with impossible bands of color, vibrant reds, yellows, greens, and blues, as if a giant dragged a paintbrush across the land. This spectacular glitch is the result of millions of years of geology doing its thing. The area was once an ocean floor that got crunched and folded by shifting tectonic plates. Over 24 million years, different colored layers of sandstone and minerals were laid down like a cake. The formation of the Himalayas gave the whole region another push upwards, and then millennia of wind and rain eroded the land, exposing the colorful stripes we see today. It's a place that proves our planet's color palette is way weirder and more wonderful than we can imagine. Number 6, the Door to Hell, Turkmenistan. Our next destination is a man-made glitch, an apocalyptic pit that burns with an infernal glow. In the heart of the Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan lies the Darvaza gas crater, but everyone just calls it the Door to Hell. It's a massive, fiery chasm, about 17 meters wide, and it's been burning for over half a century. The story goes that in 1971, Soviet geologists drilling for natural gas accidentally punched through into a huge underground cavern. The ground caved in, swallowing their rig and unleashing a flood of methane gas. Fearing the poisonous fumes would spread, they made a call, light it on fire. They figured it would burn out in a couple of weeks. They were wrong. The crater has been roaring ever since. However, recent reports from 2025 indicate that after decades, a combination of containment efforts and natural depletion is finally causing the fire to diminish. Its legacy as one of Earth's most mesmerizing and hellish mistakes is already sealed. We're halfway through our trip to Earth's weirdest and most wonderful glitches, and trust me, it only gets more unbelievable from here. If you're loving this journey into the planet's beautiful mistakes, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss where we're going next. Number 5, Ta Prohm Temple, Cambodia. At number 5, we find a place where civilization and nature are locked in a slow, gorgeous and destructive dance. Welcome to Ta Prohm in Cambodia, the temple that looks like it was ripped straight out of an Indiana Jones movie. Built back in the 12th century as a Buddhist monastery and university, Ta Prohm was once a massive, bustling complex. But after the Khmer Empire fell, the jungle came back for it. And that reclamation is the glitch. Enormous silk cotton and strangler fig trees have sent their roots snaking over, under, and right through the temple's stone walls, looking like giant liquid tentacles that have been frozen in time. Unlike other Angkor temples that were fully restored, conservationists decided to leave Ta Prohm mostly as they found it, preserving this stunning fusion of architecture and wild nature. It's a haunting, powerful reminder that no matter what we build, nature usually gets the last word. Number 4, Diadvliai, Namibia. From a jungle swallowing a temple, we go to a desert that has frozen a forest in time. This is Diadvliai, Namibia, one of the most hauntingly beautiful spots on the entire planet. The scene is a photographer's dream, a stark white clay pan, surrounded by some of the tallest, reddest sand dunes in the world. And sprouting from the cracked earth are the scorched black skeletons of camel thorn trees. This eerie landscape is a glitch caused by climate change that happened centuries ago. This valley used to be a flourishing marsh fed by a river, which is why these trees grew here in the first place. But then the climate shifted. Massive dunes rolled in, cutting off the water supply and starving the trees. They died, but they didn't decompose. The air is so intensely dry that these ancient trees are believed to have been standing here for 600 to 700 years, creating a silent, skeletal forest trapped in time. Number 3, Lake Natron, Tanzania. Our next stop is a lake so alien it seems actively hostile to life, yet it's also the cradle for one of the world's most beautiful birds. Lake Natron in Tanzania is a shallow salt lake with water so alkaline it can have a pH of over 10.5, and water temperatures can hit a blistering 60 degrees Celsius. Those deep red and orange colors aren't from pollution, they're created by salt-loving microorganisms that thrive in these extreme conditions. This caustic cocktail is a death trap for most animals. If they fall in, the high soda and salt content can calcify their bodies. But here's the beautiful glitch: this deadly environment is the single most important breeding ground on the planet for millions of lesser flamingos. The lake's lethal nature keeps their nests safe from predators, creating a perfect, protected nursery. The result is the stunning, surreal contrast, a blood-red, seemingly toxic lake, blanketed by a sea of vibrant pink flamingos. It's a place where life doesn't just find a way, it flourishes. Number 2, Cappadocia, Turkey. For our runner-up, we're visiting a landscape that looks like it was dreamed up by a fantasy author, but was actually forged by volcanoes and carved by human hands. This is Cappadocia, Turkey. The region is famous for its fairy chimneys, tall, cone-shaped rock formations that sprout from the ground in whimsical valleys. Millions of years ago, volcanic eruptions covered the area in thick ash. This ash hardened into a soft rock called tuff, which was then eroded by wind and water over millennia, with tougher basalt caps left on top protecting the pillars. But the natural glitch is only half the story. People realized as early as 1800 BC that this soft rock was easy to carve. Early Christians fleeing persecution took this to a whole new level, creating not just homes but entire underground cities, chapels, and monasteries inside these fairy chimneys and deep beneath the earth. Watching hundreds of hot air balloons rise at dawn over this bizarre landscape of ancient cave dwellings is an experience that truly expands your idea of what's possible on this planet. Number 1. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. And finally, at number 1, we've arrived at a place that completely erases the line between heaven and earth. Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia is the world's largest salt flat, a vast, desolate expanse of white stretching for over 10,000 square kilometers. Most of the year, it's an incredible, blindingly white desert of salt crystals. But the real glitch, the moment reality just shatters, happens during the rainy season. When a thin layer of water covers the flats from about December to March, the salar transforms into the world's largest mirror. The reflection is so perfect, so flawless, that the horizon completely vanishes. It feels like you're walking on clouds, literally floating in the sky. The heavens and the earth become one, creating an infinite, ethereal landscape that is both disorienting and deeply beautiful. It is the ultimate earthly glitch, a place so surreal, so impossible, it makes you question the very ground you're standing on. From monasteries suspended in the air to deserts of salt that mirror the heavens, our planet is full of beautiful glitches and impossible wonders just waiting to be found. These places aren't just destinations, they're powerful reminders that reality is often far stranger and more magical than any fiction we could dream up. They challenge our perceptions and invite us to look at our world with a renewed sense of awe. So, which of these earthly glitches do you want to see the most? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for joining us on this journey into the unbelievable. Now, go get curious.